just want to record a quick video. I'm driving on the way to therapy today, my own personal therapy, and I just want to say something. I know that it came up last night in the office hours, and it's been coming up a lot lately about, when do you know that you need to reach out to get support, get help, whatever you want to call it. When do you know that you need to start therapy? If you're asking that question, it's time to start. Right now is the opportunity. I watch it happen too many times in people's lives where the same cycles repeat over and over, whether it's the same cycles of destructive behavior patterns, the same cycles of depression, anxiety, the same cycles of marital strife, the same cycles of isolation. They just repeat over and over, and there's this little opening that we have, and that opening is often the moment where we can actually go and get support and get help, and through the help we grow. But if we just continue to ignore it and we don't actually listen to it, what happens is that we enter right back into that cycle again. And for some of us, our cycles are weeks, others it's months and years. And we never take the opportunity to change. There are people right now, I'm telling you, there are people that are going to go their entire lives without ever being reflective. And they're going to enter that little moment, that little opening they have, and they're going to enter it, and they're going to ignore it every single time. They're going to self-medicate it away by eating it away, by drinking it away. They're gonna overwork. They're gonna busy themselves with things that they think really matter but don't matter. In order to avoid that feeling, that opportunity, that nudge that they get internally to actually go and seek support and seek help. Because it's scary, and that's what we do. We talked about this all week. We avoid change. We avoid anything to disrupt our routines, and it's scary to get support. But that's where I'm headed right now. I'm on the way to get support for myself, and this is not the first time I've gotten therapy. I've been in therapy, in fact, since I was a kid, and that's why I am a therapist, is because of the amazing therapist that I had in my life. And I'm on my way right now to Pacific Trauma Treatment Center, and I'm doing a different type of therapy. It's called brain spotting. Google it if you haven't heard of it. It's unbelievable. I've been talking a lot about it on lives and on Instagram. But Lisa Larson, Pacific Trauma Treatment Center. I'm just telling the world about what she's doing out there. This is my next stage of evolving, I think, and healing. And with each step that I evolve and heal, my goal is to be a better version of me for others. And I'm so glad that I listened to this opportunity, because if I didn't, it would have came back around again in a different sort of way. And it causes pain. It causes pain to go through the same cycles over and over and not actually take the opportunity to go out and get support and help. So I'm just telling you right now, if you're in that position where you are feeling like, man, I know there's a nudge that I'm getting to go get support or help, but I'm afraid, or I don't know where to start. Let me know. Drop me a line below. I'll help you get started. I don't care where you're at. I can help give you some pointers on how to find a therapist. But go do it. Go get support. I'm telling you, there is peace and there is growth on the other side of you making that first attempt to reach out and get support and help. And so many of you guys are watching this broadcast weekly of the interviews that we do, and you're hearing from other people that did just that in their transformation story, and it could be you too. And I'm telling you, I'm a wounded healer, as they say. As I'm trying to help you heal, I'm also going through and receiving my healing, and it never stops. You'll never get on the other side of growth to the point that you've hit level 10 and you won the game. The game of life continues. Growth continues the entire way through. It's a matter of, are you open to that process? The people that you watch that live a long time, that they're always evolving, they're always open to new parts of, as Carl Jung would say, their shadow, the things that they don't see in themselves. But again, I'm blown away at how many people aren't even willing to look at their shadow. They're not even willing to look at the parts of themselves that scare them. They're unwilling to take feedback from others about, hey, you show up this way. They're unwilling to surround themselves with people in their lives that can actually be honest with them and keep it 100 about how they're showing up. And if we don't have that, how the heck can we grow? And if we don't then take that feedback in, and it's the feedback that we see from ourselves when we reflect on ourselves, which it takes time to see that. You got to make time to sit and meditate and pray and just reflect on how you're showing up in the world. And it takes time to meet for coffee or meet for lunch with people that are going to tell you, hey, this is how you're showing up, and be honest and kind of love show you that feedback, that mirror. But then it also takes time to make that healing a priority, not just for you, but for other people too, so that you show up differently in the world. So again, I guess the point of this message is, as I'm headed to therapy this morning, and by the way, the whole reason I recorded this is simply because there's healthy nerves that you feel. And I want to just tell people that come to see me that I know what it's like to feel these nerves on the way to therapy. These nerves of, I can't wait to be here. I'm excited. Some of the nerves are exciting nerves. I've been looking forward to this appointment for the last 2 weeks. And I know there's some healing that's going to happen right now. And I'm a little nervous because I don't know where it's going to come from or where it's going to go, but I just know it's going to happen. And so I want to tell you that I relate to those feelings. Sometimes those feelings could be the feelings that we run from, and we don't actually allow ourselves to encounter, and it holds us back from actually making the appointment or showing up for the appointment. But don't let it any longer, because I'm telling you, again, I see it happen on a daily basis from being in the chair, and today I'll be on the couch, and so I'll experience it from the other end of things. But there's healing on the other side of this. These cycles repeat. Is your opening right now? Is there something nudging you saying, I need more support, I need help? I've been at it on my own for so long, and I have not been able to get where I want to be with this thing in life. I continue to find myself in the same patterns over and over. This anxiety repeats, it's almost cyclical. This depression repeats, it's almost cyclical. This marriage issues repeat, it's almost cyclical. This self-destruction, it repeats, it's cyclical. If that is your story, and you're at the point in your cycle where there's an opening and you're saying, maybe, just maybe I can get support and help, go do it today.